Tonight's boxing action proudly brought to you by Madison Sport.
Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's edition of In the Red Corner. You're watching that man Mohammed Elomar, Sugar Moe Elomar, as he enters the ring for his second tilt at the Australian Featherweight Championship. I'm Brad Vicali and joined with me tonight, Queensland's Mr. Boxing, the Red Corner's own Brian Kerwin. Brian, this is a controversial fight that we witnessed on December the 1st in 2006, where both boys were sensationally disqualified and the contest ruled a no contest.
Brad, this fight was promoted as Bad Blood Rematch, and we spoke quite often about before this fight that these two boys were going to go at it like they did in December, and I think it lives up to that reputation, mate.
Certainly was. Mohammed Elomar from Enmore in New South Wales. And of course we're looking there at Queensland's Matt Powell, the gladiator in the green shorts with a white band and piping, being brought to the ring by the Australian junior welterweight champion Chris McCullen, and Brian Peden, the father of the former world featherweight champion Robbie Peden, as we watch Matty Powell, his third chance at an Australian championship, comes to the ring with a record 14 fights, 8 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, and 1 no contest, which was December the 1st against his opponent tonight in Mohammed Elomar.
Brad, both these corners are very experienced. Billy Hussein has been in plenty of world title fights. Brian Peden and Chris McCullen, wealth of experience in there, mate. Oh,
incredible. And of course they're going to need that experience tonight. Our referee tonight, we can see him there just giving some instructions to Matty Powell, is Alan Simpson, one of the most experienced referees in the Queensland branch.
Ladies
and we'll have a
gentlemen,
listen to our ring announcer, Mr. Peter Rukas.
It's time for our main event of the evening. The fight for the vacant Australian featherweight title to be fought over 10 by 3-minute rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, before introducing our officials and boxers, would you please be upstanding for the national anthem of Australia? Ladies and gentlemen, the vacant Australian featherweight title, 10 by 3-minute rounds. This fight is sanctioned by the Australian National Boxing Federation and is being supervised by Mr. John Hogg. Your 3 judges scoring at ringside, Mr. Phil Austin, Mr. Mark Osborne, and Mr. Alan Burford. Ladies and gentlemen, your timekeeper, Mr. Tony Kettlewell. Our doctor at ringside, the colourful Dr. Cliff Quinn. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, introducing our first challenger fighting for the title and coming out of the red corner. He resides in Sydney, New South Wales, where he's trained at Team Hussein Gym under super trainer Billy Hussein. Last night at the official weigh-in, he weighed in at 56.4 kilos with 12 wins and no losses. He has 4 of those wins by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, wearing the red trunks with the white piping, please welcome Mohammed Sugar Elomar. And his opponent tonight needs little introduction to Queensland fight fans. He is tonight fighting out of the blue corner, making his way down from Darwin in the Northern Territory, where he lives and trains. Tonight being cornered by Australian champion Chris McCullen. He weighed in at 56.8 kilos, wearing the green and gold trunks, with 8 wins from 14 fights, 3 of those wins by devastating knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Matt Gladiator Powell! Ladies and gentlemen, once again this bout for the Australian featherweight title. It is to be fought over 10 by 3-minute rounds. Your referee in charge, Mr. Alan Simpson.
Lou, you've had your instructions in the dressing room. Remember, obey my commands at all time. Protect yourselves at all time. Shake hands. Shake hands. Shake hands.
Great refereeing there by Alan Simpson, making both fighters shake hands. It's extremely important.
There was a reluctance to shake hands there, Brad.
Absolutely.
These two boys do not like each other.
The first fight back in December the 1st in 2006, that was one of the things that was fairly evident. No fighter shook hands. It's a sportsmanship thing, and it's as we get underway to the controversial rematch. Powell, the green and gold with the white band and striping, and Mohammed Elomar, Sugar Elomar, in the red shorts. Powell straight into it with lefts and rights to the body, backs Elomar to the ropes and sort of pushes him down a little. He's straight at Elomar at the moment. Looks like he's in a little bit of trouble, I think. There's a little bit of a head bomb. Immediately we're in with the fun.
That's not the start that the punters wanted to see, mate, or maybe it was.
Oh, he doesn't need to do that, Matt Powell, after a good start to the first round of his third chance at an Australian championship.
It must be difficult for these two guys to control their emotions. They obviously don't like each other, and to stay in there and remain professional, that's the battle, mate.
Exactly, and of course, there's a lot on the line, the Australian Featherweight Championship, and after the controversial ending on December the 1st last year, which was seen right around Australia on Fox Sports Television Network, and both fighters sensationally disqualified, as Powell sort of tended to push Elomar down a little bit there, and then as he, in his efforts to work the body, and as he locks him under the head there, this is going to be a problem through the whole fight, Brian, where we're going to see a lot of clinching and a lot of holding rather than just clean scoring punches from the outside. Certainly the ascendancy right here is with Matt Powell. He's taking the fight up to Elomar, lefts and rights, and again wants to lock the head, wants to lock the arms, Matt.
Stop! Stop! You are holding him.
The classic story of styles make fights, and maybe these two guys, their styles...
Referee Alan Simpson's up to it. He's picked up Matty Powell straight away. Matt having a good round here, going first, taking the initiative. Heads come together there. We're only halfway through round number 1 already. We've seen some of the ugly sides of what can happen as it did last time. Mohammed Elomar just seems content to sit back on the ropes and let Matt Powell blaze away, and even perhaps maybe give him the first couple of rounds as he waits for the shine to come off young Matt Powell. He comes in with lefts and right, bores in again, and a left hook right to the side of the nose. It caught the attention of Mohammed Elomar.
Matt Powell's definitely doing some cleaner, better work in this round as he
showboats
a little.
Taunt each other. Referee Allen's body goes to the head. A hard left hook by Mohammed Elomar, just content to lay back on the ropes. Referee Alan Simpson again warning Matt Powell not to hold. He looks better when he actually punches, Matt Powell. Quite a good fighter, a distinguished amateur career. So did Mohammed Elomar, great amateur career. Trained by master trainer Billy Hussain down at the Body Punch Gym in Lidcombe. And we've come to see an exciting first round. Good round for Matt Powell. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. You're right here in the red corner. Welcome back to In the Red Corner. We're showing you highlights from our February 16 this year fight for the vacant Australian Featherweight Championship. And that young man, Mohammed Elomar from Sydney in New South Wales, on my unofficial card, lost the first round. As we have a listen to...
You settle down and start boxing him properly. You'll box the ears off him and stop him, but not the way you're going. Okay? You start boxing him instead of brawling. He's looking for a disqualification, and you're going to give it to him. Right? You'll give him this title. You get your mind on the job and start boxing properly. You understand me? Matt? What are you got to do? That's right. Give yourself room to hit him. Don't get in there and brawl. That's what he wants.
No nonsense with Brian Peden, Brad. Straight to the point.
Some good words of advice by Brian Peden. He's been around a long time, you know, and he can read a fight. That's one thing about him. He can read a fight, and he's telling Matt Powell there, just get out, give yourself some room to box. Don't give Mohammed Elomar the opportunity to get in there and foul you or try and foul you, or you foul him, because, you know, you're going to disqualify yourself. And Matt Powell comes straight out again at Mohammed Elomar with punches lefts and rights to the body. Elomar, the southpaw stance, leads with the right hand as Powell crashes in with his own right hand again. The heads come together, walks him back into the red corner, working away to the body, getting a little untidy. Look at the heads coming together there as referee Alan Simpson comes in. It won't take a lot of rubbish, Alan Simpson. It's one good thing. He gives a fighter a chance to work in there close, but if they're not going to work, he'll then break them as they wail away to the body, just the kidney punches there.
Those punches don't look like they might hurt, mate, but after 6 or 7 rounds, they start to take their toll.
Absolutely, they do. You wake up the next morning with sore kidneys and you cough blood. And it's something that referees really need to look at. And, you know, it is a foul. Back of the head, kidneys, something a lot of referees don't pay a lot of attention for. As both boys, big load up, big time. I'd like to see these boys just not get into too many clinches. Let's start to have some fight from the outside. That looks like what Powell's trying to do here as he comes in with a wild little right hand. Left hook to the head. Oh, there's a little bit of blood on the top of the head of Mohammed Elomar.
I'm not too sure whether that was from a head clash or not. It could have been a punch.
Look, yeah, it was a lot there. Powell goes first again, lunging right hand as he walks Elomar back into the red corner. Taking it out, there's a little slip, and referee Alan Simpson, well done. He broke the record for the 100 metres there to keep Matty Powell out of it, because Powell was going to give him one to go on with.
Alan Simpson is earning his money tonight, Bradley.
Certainly is earning his money. Whatever he's paid, it's not enough.
Probably double what he's worth, mate.
Powell now working around to the right as Mohammed Elomar goes back to the orthodox stance. Again misses with a clubbing right hand, left hook to the back of the head by Matty Powell. Again, oh, there's a nice little uppercut. That's a good punch for Moe Elomar. A closer, harder round this round. Right hand, left hook to the bottom of the jaw by Elomar. Gee, looks good, Elomar. Once he stands up straight and he can place his punches, he's very efficient.
He's got that ability to switch hit as well, which is good.
He does. There's a left hook, right hand, left hook again to the head. That certainly caught the attention of the gladiator, Matt Powell, and Matt just leans in on him there as referee Alan Simpson calls a break again. Clubbing right hand.
We just got a closer look at that cut there, Brad. It looks to be opening up pretty big.
It does, and there's blood all over the forehead. And as we see the end of the second round, a very, very close round to score. Brian, how did you see that?
Being the professional judge that I am, of course, mate, I'd have to give that an even round. I know you don't like to score even rounds, mate. Tell us why, though.
Well, the aggression was certainly with Matt Powell, and we need eyes. Let's have a little listen to Brian Peden. He's not a happy camper.
You got out there first 30 seconds, you boxed the ears off him, then you went into a brawl. You hurt him when you're boxing him. That's all you got to do. Now breathe up. Suck at it, come on.
Matty, can you listen to me for 1 second? Remember what you said you wanted the green belt?
And that voice you heard was that of the junior welterweight champion, Chris McCullen.
So just more on that even round, Brad.
Yeah, well, the even round, look, you know, as we heard Brian Peaton say there, and correctly so, Matt Powell came out, started the round effectively, boxed and was winning the round. He allowed Mohammed Elomar to get back into the round simply by sort of starting to want to brawl with him, and Elomar's clearer punches, more effective punches came into the fore. So our judges on that, you know, I would dare say that a couple of them have scored a 10-10 round. I would have liked to have favoured Elomar for the round simply because of his cleaner punches. Oh, he's not happy. Matt Powell claiming he's been bitten by Mohammed Elomar.
I'll send you out. No more.
This is a nasty side to this fight that we didn't really want to delve into,
the ugly
mate.
Side of this is coming to the fore now. There's been all sorts of taunts and racial discrimination taunts and allegations of, you know, two different camps bringing people as the fight starts to get a bit ugly. Alan Simpson keeping good control of it here. This is where the fight, you know, deteriorated last time in the second round, finally ending in the third round with the disqualification of both fighters. Powell just starting to come a little untight as he rushes in now and leans in. He doesn't need to do that, Brian. He just needs to get his work done, punch effectively and get out. Instead, there he is holding Mohammed Elomar again.
I guess with such competitive characters, and when one gets an advantage over the other would like to get it back over them, mate. And if it then leads into repeated fouls from each guy, it's they get into a vicious circle.
Oh, there's some illegal use of the head again by Matt Powell.
Once more, and you lose a point. Keep your head out of it. Box.
Yeah, good refereeing by Alan Simpson. The head actually never connected. He just had his head in a dangerous position, and it is dangerous. And a correct call there. Both fighters are holding. Both fighters are contributing to the problems here. Cleaner punches by Matt Powell, lefts and rights. Elomar backs onto the ropes. He's just happy to stay there. Powell got the better of that exchange, and, you know, is just starting to get away with this round on Mohammed Elomar a little bit. There again, they clinch unnecessarily in my book.
Go to that corner.
And referee Alan Simpson's calling the doctor to have a look at the cut that's above the left eye of Mohammed Elomar in the red trunks.
Dr. Cliff Quinn, a frequent visitor to all of the fight nights in Brisbane and the surrounds of southeast Queensland. He's an excellent fight doctor, Brad.
Good fight doctor, knows his way, what's going on. Rules the cut okay as referee Alan Simpson calls fight on as both boys. Oh, there we go in a clinch again. Powell clubbing away to the top of the head. We could actually get a decision. We can get a better fight if they don't clinch and don't rush in and hold each other like two gnawing bulls at each other, these two young guys. Big right hand by Matt Powell, and again right hand as Mohammed Elomar backs onto the ropes.
If they keep swinging for the fences, we'll have a decision, mate.
We certainly will as they clinch again. Referee Alan Simpson working in very, very close. The minute they clinch, he's breaking him straight away. There it becomes untidy again. Oh, by golly, some of the former featherweight champions of the world would roll in their grave if they were watching this fight. Big left hand by Moe Elomar. He switches back to southpaw in his efforts to stop the run of punches that's being thrown by Matt Powell. Working in close on the ropes as we hear the 10-second tapper. We're inside 10 seconds. Coming up to the end of the second round here from the Kedron Wavell Services Club. And we're going to take a break right here from the Kedron Wavell Services Club, and we hope you're enjoying the Australian Featherweight Championship.
End of round 3.
And welcome back to In the Red Corner. We're coming to you, we're showing you highlights of the Australian Featherweight Championship fought on February 16, 2007 at the Kedron Wavell Services Club. You're watching Channel 31 Wednesday night at 10:30 p.m. Sorry, Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. in Brisbane and 10:30 p.m. in Melbourne. We hope you're enjoying tonight's coverage of the Australian Featherweight Championship. The second tilt between that man Matt Powell and Sydney's Mohammed Elomar. Let's have a listen, if we can, to Tommy McCurry and Billy Hussein. Yes, we see that cut that referee Alan Simpson called out. Dr. Cliff Quinn in right on the top of the hairline there. Oh, it's two cuts there, and they had to have been caused by head clashes.
They do look to be a head
clash. When you look at a head jagged cut like that, they're always caused by a head clash.
Seconds down.
And the heads have come together a little bit as referee Alan Simpson calls both fighters in for round number 4.
And Mohammed Elomar has been prone to a few cuts in his career.
He
Brad.
does cut, yeah. He does cut badly, unfortunately. And it's some fighters, it causes them no end of problems. Their skin is very, very thin. And, of course, when the heads come together with the eyes, a clubbing left hand by Mohammed Elomar. Boxing out of the southpaw position again. Powell now just getting a little wild with his own right hand. Looks a little bit more composed this round, Mohammed Elomar. Starting to use all the ring now, Matt.
That may have been the longest period those two boys have been apart, Brad.
It certainly is. And I'd like to see them apart a little bit more because, look, you know, the real truth is that both of these guys have got good boxing skills, good boxing initiatives. They're both skillful fighters, both had a great amateur career. And yet, you know, when you put two guys together with, you know, the dislike for each other, the intensity and the aggro that comes with it, you know, they just don't want to give an inch and it makes for an ugly fight. But I have to say our referee tonight, Alan Simpson, doing a darn good job in a difficult fight, in a difficult situation. This fight has caused a lot of controversy over the 2 preceding months after the first fight, and there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on everyone, a lot of pressure on both fighters, a lot of pressure on the promoter, the matchmaker. The press have written this up, the fight-paying public have written it up. They've all come here to support their fighters. The internet forums across Australia are all full of divisive things that they were saying about each of the fighters, and each trying to blame everyone, so there's pressure on everyone. Clubbing right hand by Matt Powell, and again he goes at Mohammed Elomar. Looks just a little intimidated, Moe. He's not. I know this young kid. I mean, you know, outside the ring there's no nicer young guy than Mohammed Elomar and his brother Ahmed. They're both champion young guys out of the ring, and Matt Powell is also a very nice young guy. I've had experience with this young guy. I've refereed him before. I disqualified him in his first Australian title fight, and but I have a good relationship with them, and they're both nice young kids outside the ring.
I think it's just a case of two very highly competitive boxers wanting to win the title and doing everything they can to win it, mate.
Both highly strung, and there's a lot on the line. The featherweight champion, the coveted Australian featherweight championship is on the ring. Guys like the famous Johnny Famishon held this championship. Billy Mayles. As Powell waves away as he gets him in a headlock. Not much the referee can do there because it happens so quickly, and they clinch, the heads come together again. Oh, Powell claiming he's got a low blow. I didn't quite see that. Did you see that, Brian?
I didn't catch whether it was a low blow. I was watching the head clash. But Powell looks to be in some sort of distress here. What's the ruling here, Brad?
Well, the referee now, under the rules, will give Powell up to 5 minutes. He'll call timeout as he calls timeout now. And Matt Powell has up to 5 minutes to recover and box on.
And Mohammed Elomar, what's he to do?
He's to stand in the neutral corner and can't receive any attention at all. Referee Alan Simpson is now what we call polling the judges, and he's asked each of the judges if in fact they saw a low blow because he missed it. Now both fighters now can go back to the neutral corner and up to 5 minutes recovery time.
This is part of the judging that a lot of the people don't get to see.
Don't quite understand. Well,
is that you can use those guys sitting at ringside as your ears and eyes as well.
Absolutely, it's imperative. If you didn't see the low, there is a low blow, a right hand. That was a right hand. I think, you know, it's hard to determine whether... He's deducted a point, Alan Simpson. He's taken a point off Mohammed Elomar for a low blow the second time he's done it. Now, the first time referee Alan Simpson invoked what we call the no foul rule. He didn't see the low blow, so he polled the judges, and none of the judges saw a low blow. As we see the end of the fourth round, both fighters at a willing exchange. I think Matt Powell slightly got the better of that round as well.
Punch and get out, punch and get out. 2-3 punches straight and get out. Moe, it's only round 5 now. You're a fit ass, he's already buggered. You've got to win the next round, you've got to hurt him now, Moe. Let your punches go, brother, he's buggered. Hey, I want you to go orthodox and start going the left rib, jab, left rib, left hook. Work his left rib side, the right side of it. with your left wrist.
Some good words of advice. You've watched the first 4 rounds of the Australian Featherweight Championship that came live from Kedron Wavell Services Club. We hope that you'll join us next week right here in the red corner for the exciting finish to the Australian Featherweight Championship between Mohammed Elomar and Matt Powell.